Hey everybody, this is Mr. Silverwolf SP. Let's play Oblivion. Alright, so... See if I can find out what we're doing next. Yeah. So we were approached by Ralza Norvalo, a Dunmer woman, and she said her husband needed assistance in a matter of what she calls the utmost importance to the safety of the citizens of the Imperial City, whatever that means. She told me to meet her husband Gillen at the house of someone named Saradur. Apparently all will be explained when we get there. We have other quests that we're going to be doing as we go along. This is one of the last quests we'll be doing inside the Imperial City. There is another one or two that we have to wrap up in the Market District. Then we will be able to leave the Imperial City and head off toward Coral. Did I say that loud? Yes, I did. Okay, the rain effect is acting weird. Does anybody else see that wave and wave and wave? And there it is. And yeah, it looks a little too uniform. But it's just me. Okay, maybe it's just me. I have to turn this up.
It's an honor to finally meet you. When I heard you were in town, I just had to send for your help. Your reputation precedes you. Oh, allow me to introduce myself. I am Saradur.
I'm gonna have to do something about this cursor. Pleased to meet you, sir.
Likewise. Sorry to send Gillen's wife to get you in that manner, but it seems safer if we weren't seen on the streets right now. If you'll come with me.
Very well. Lead on.
Splendid. Watch your step.
Time out. Let me see if I can change. If I turn this off. Yeah, I think it's gone. Okay, good. Alright, bud, go on.
I'm honored by your presence.
Nice to meet you. Welcome. You're now in the
it's gone now.
sanctuary
Good.
of the Order of the Virtuous Blood. Few outside our circle have ever set foot in our hallowed hall.
Oh.
We are, for lack of a better word, defenders. We guard the city from an infestation that plagues it. We are vampire hunters.
You
I'm sure
are
you
bored
familiar
rich people.
with these despicable beings, feeding on the innocent as if they were cattle. Well, this group was formed to combat them.
Huh.
Alas, we are but 3 old men,
Bored
not
old men.
able to match the fighting prowess of a vampire. We lack the strength to defeat them in battle.
So you're bored and entitled rich people, or at least upper middle class people who are retired from their regular work and they need
The
something
Fighters
to do.
Guild is recruiting again. Not a bad way to make some money, if you've got the stones for it.
People keep saying that. I'm gonna have to join. What about vampires do you know?
Our goal is to root out the vampires that live in our fair city. So far, we've been unsuccessful finding one, until now.
Well, that's good news, right?
It's come to the Order's attention that Temple District resident Roland Genseric is a vampire, and has already claimed one victim.
Really? That's not
That's
good.
where you come in.
Okay.
We want you to slay this vampire, and cleanse the city of his filth before he can feed or kill again.
Awesome. Where do you know where he is?
A few nights ago, I was roaming the city as I often do, looking for any signs of a vampire.
Suspicious.
As I headed past Roland's house, I heard a cry. I rushed into the back garden to find Roland struggling with a woman he'd been courting. I tried to intervene, but he was too strong. He threw his lover to the ground and turned his attention on me. Luckily, I managed to run back into the street and escape his grasp. I hid for a while and then returned to the garden. Roland was gone, and the woman was dead. She had 2 puncture marks on the nape of her neck. That's when I realized he was a vampire. The Order needs you to track him and destroy him.
This entire story is a little suspect. I mean, you've never noticed your neighbor was a vampire before. Well, maybe he moved in here after you, or you moved in here after him, but... Okay, how do I find him?
I would start by searching his home. He hasn't been there for days, so it should be safe. Return to us here if you have questions. We meet at night.
So he's fled. That doesn't look good for him. What else you know about him?
His home is located in the Temple District, right across the garden from my home, in fact. Ironic, isn't it?
What else do you know about vampires?
Vampires are nasty creatures. They drink the blood of others to conceal their true nature. Such trickery makes them difficult to find. You may ask Gillen Norvallo or Greythroat about these creatures as well. They've learned much.
Yeah, that's one of the things we learned in Immortal Blood a few episodes back. Cyrodiilic vampires have the unique property that if they're well fed, you can't tell they're a vampire.
Who knows when Roland may strike again? You must hurry. My knowledge is at your disposal.
Okay. Your wife came and talked to me. Rumors?
Anvil is all in an uproar. First the chapel attacked, now the prophet ranting about the end of the world.
So he's breathing and moving. My character's frozen solid. No, he might be breathing. I don't know. Anyway, Roland.
Roland was always a quiet man. It was only recently he'd met that young lady. Poor girl. We must avenge her death.
Is it entirely possible that Roland was recently turned vampire?
It's said that the bite of a vampire has the chance of infecting the victim. If this occurs, they'll become a vampire in a few days. Be cautious.
All right. Thank you, Gillen.
Vampires are clever.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Watch your back.
I did not mean to do that. Let's talk to Greythroat. Hey.
How can I be of service?
What blue eyes you have. Wow. Okay. Rumors?
If you're looking to buy cheap spells, Edgar's is the place to look.
Of course it is. I look there all the time. What do you know about vampires?
A vampire cannot exist in the daylight for long. As the sun's rays strike his flesh, it will burn as if on fire.
And Roland himself?
Roland was very much the loner. He never married, and was rarely seen outside his house. I'm surprised his secret wasn't discovered sooner.
So you're of the opinion that Roland has been a vampire for a long time?
Be ever vigilant. Vampires are creatures of deceit.
Okay, it's about 3:30 p.m. That's why everybody's leaving. They all getting ready to go home to dinner.
Hello again, fellow vampire hunter.
Hello.
Anything you require.
And who are you?
Ceradur is asleep right now. He's had a long night of study and is exhausted. Do not disturb him. He'll be up at 5 this evening.
He sleeps during the day, and he's not asleep. He's standing right there. Well, that may be an error, so it may be entirely possible that he's meant to sleep during the day and be awake at night. Yeah, his house is right across the garden from your house, but there's no entrance door. Okay, cut through here. Now, the one problem with getting into Roland Genseric's house, and this is the problem with thieving anywhere in the city, is that right there. That guy. That guy right there. And there's another one over there. See him? He's parked there. So we're going to have to be clever about this. Dang it. Look, I will cheat to get in here. Do not start with me. There we go. Alright, always sneak when you break into a house. If you do not, you will be heard from the outside by the magical I hear everything and know everything guards. I've arrived at Roland Genseric's house. I should begin to search the place for any clues to his whereabouts. Handbill. Handbill. When you need protecting, wear armor made at the best defense. We'll keep you safe from the sharpest blades. Oh dear God. I did not mean to pick up that urn. Shopping list. Apples, onions, lard, cheese, milk. All that can actually be bought, except lard. Lard doesn't appear in the game. Odd. Let me drop that urn. It's not mine. I don't want to steal it. There we go. Hey, it looks like it was undisturbed, almost, if you were an idiot. Alright, now. Avar Stonesinger. Book. Take that book. Love letter from Ralphina. Thank you for being all up in the way, so I have to read you first. After searching Roland's home, I found a letter written to Roland from his girlfriend. It mentions a cabin where the two would meet. It's located east of the Imperial City in the Great Forest. I think this may be where Roland could be hiding. I should head out there immediately before he has a chance to escape. Continue. My dearest Roland, I cannot wait for you to return from Breville. My heart swells with joy as I know we will once again soon be together. I yearn for you every night that I look beside me in my bed and you are not there. How I wish I could have taken the journey with you, but I understand that these are dangerous times and I would only slow you down. When you return, perhaps we should get away from the chaos of the Imperial City. Let's go back to that cabin in the woods. The one where you said we will always be safe from the world. The one where you took me in your arms and sang songs of moonlight and happiness. The one where you said I love you. Hurry, my love, Ralphina. You know, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave the letter. Oh, it's a quest item. I can't put it back. Dagnabbit. Yeah, I probably need it for evidence. You didn't see nothing down there. Okay. So the next quest target, if I remember correctly, is out there. Roland Genseric's cabin. So I'm going to have to go out there to get out there. And that's going to require doing other things. Do I want to do that right now? Do I want to do other things? I don't know. I could wait till a lot later. So, usually what I do is I deal with everything in a city, then I move on to a city, then I go to another city, things like that. And I deal with everything in the city. But this is in between cities. It's still tied to this city, however, so I'm probably going to go ahead and do that. Quickest way out is to head to Vilverin and make my way there. So we'll do that. If it will sell... Thank you. Okay. Let's see if I can do this without the crosshair, because the crosshair is fouling up my conversations and making me angry. Okay, cast that. Cast that. And that. And that. And that. And get that ready. Now, they may still all be dead, but it's entirely possible they could... Nope, they're still dead. Good. Well, better safe than sorry. An apple? No. But I will take the garlic. Dagnabbit. I need my crosshairs. Oh, it's not ready. Well, no wonder. Never mind, I may not need my raw crosshairs. Okay. Now, for those of you who do not know, The Elder Scrolls Oblivion has the first fast travel scheme set in place that's an actual fast travel system by an Elder Scrolls game. Okay. Imperial City back that way, Cheydinhal to the right, Bruma to the left, Reveal to the right. But the thing is, they expected you to move around between cities through the use of horses and your feet. And quite frankly, horses were problematic. In Skyrim, they introduced the ability to fight from horseback. That did not exist at this point. And so you had to dismount, and that left your horse as a target. And everybody wanted to beat up the horse. I think I've got a mod that will actually fix that, but I don't have a horse, so walking is required. Fort Urasek, which, by the way, just has an absolutely awesome name. I think this is the blue road toward Cheydinal. The road names in and around Cyrodiil are racist as anything. Dark elves are called blueskins by some people in a derogatory term. Thus, the Blue Road.
You have my ear, citizen.
No, I do not. I have not dismembered you at all. I have a clan fear, not your ear. Ooh, look. It's an idiot. I zapped my own clan fear. I blame you for that. Do I have a lot of money? I must have cheated in money. Never mind. Tan jug, but nothing in it. Isn't there usually a second bandit in the broken house? Apparently there's not a second bandit in the broken house. Why aren't you telling me anything? I need to be able to see out here. Alright, let's keep moving. I could technically wait to use the armor spells when I think I'm getting into a battle. Same with the conjuration, but... Ooh, Lily of the Valley. Peony. Peony. As a mage, my character has to keep his alchemy up. Alright, now they've patched it now. But one of those trees used to sit and float right about there in the air. It was the coolest thing ever. I loved it. Then they fixed it. Now I'm depressed. I've arrived at Roland's cabin. I should proceed inside to see if he's here. I should be cautious, as Cyrodiil warned me that vampires could be very dangerous. Very dangerous ain't even in it. I mean, vampires are lethal. Get a touch spell ready. There we go.
Go away. I know what you're here for. Just leave me alone.
You're a vampire?
Vampires? Why would you ask me about those filthy creatures?
Oh, Cyrodiil says you're a vampire.
That bastard. Cyrodiil dares accuse me of being a vampire? Me? Ha! He's the one who is the vampire.
Cyrodiil is the vampire?
I can't believe him. I knew he would try and pin this on me. If only I could get my hands on him.
Calm down and explain, Roland.
I'm sorry. I've been hiding up here in this cabin and I forgot my manners.
Uh-huh.
Try and understand. I loved her. I'd never harm her. Ralphina was the love of my life.
She obviously
For the
reciprocated.
first
We read
time
the
I
note.
had a positive outlook. Then I saw Cyrodiil looking at her with those coveting eyes.
Oh.
When she started taking walks in the garden at night, I became suspicious. I didn't want to lose her. I should have trusted her. Oh, Ralphina.
She obviously reciprocated at some point because she wrote him that sweet note. But I think Cyrodiil wanted something other than Ralphina. More dinner than a movie. What happened that night?
Yes, I must let someone else know.
Mm-hmm.
That night, I decided to follow Ralphina. I wanted to see where she went on her walks. When she stopped in the garden and Cyrodiil stepped out of the shadows, my heart sank. Then suddenly he was upon her. She seemed entranced as he wrapped his arms around her and sank his teeth into her neck. I burst from my hiding place and attacked Cyrodiil. He became startled for a moment and tossed Ralphina aside. She fell to the ground, and I heard a sickening crack as her head struck a stone. I was no equal to Cyrodiil. He knocked me down in one quick movement. As I lost consciousness, I saw him laugh and then run away. Now I know why he didn't finish me that night. He wanted to cast suspicions on me instead.
Fact is, it would work really well. I mean, who would argue for the saving of a vampire's life? And most people would follow what they call Rusty's Razor from the L.A. Noire series, where the guy basically says, if you want to find out who killed somebody, look at the one they're in love with or sleeping with. So why didn't you tell someone else?
I panicked. By the time I awoke, her body was gone.
Ah.
I knew Seridor was a respected member of the community. They'd never believe he was a vampire. I retreated here to the cabin to collect my thoughts.
He is obviously well off. Heard any good rumors?
The Fighters Guild is recruiting again.
Again?
Not a bad way to make some money, if you've got the stones for it.
Oh, for the love of Jesus. Vampire subject.
I suppose you must decide what to do. Are you going to kill me?
Alright, so there's two choices here. Spoiler alert, if you don't want to hear this, skip ahead a few seconds. Alright. If you kill him, the quest does not resolve satisfactorily because he is not the vampire. Okay, spoilers over, let's continue. No.
Thank you. I'm happy you gave me a chance to explain.
Yeah, but I still got to do something about Seridor.
I know about Seridor and his secret order. What better way for a vampire to hide than to pretend he hunts them?
True.
You may want to speak to Virtous at the first edition bookshop in the market district of the city. I know he goes there occasionally.
First edition.
I doubt that he's told Gillen and Greythroat anything, but you could always try.
Okay. What else do you know about vampires?
As you know, the vampire can't remain in sunlight. I'd wager that you'll never see Seridor outside during that time of day.
You see, the fact is, though,
Remain leery of Seridor. He's much more cunning than you may suspect.
Alright, you. Let's go outside. So, we came all the way out here to kill somebody, and he's not the right somebody. We're going to have to go back to town and kill the somebody there. Roland's testimony does check out. It does make sense. I mean, why else would Seridor have been prowling the streets looking for a vampire, quote, as he usually does, unquote? Roland, we can corroborate, was a merchant traveling to Breville recently. Alright. Till the incident with Relfina. We're going to go to the market district, and from there we will meet with Virtous, the owner of the first edition. Oh dear. My mind reels from exertion because of the spell mod. Oh no! Alright. Can I use my regeneration thing? It's supposed to work. Doesn't work. Oh, let's see if it works. It's not gonna work. I fell down. It's horrible. I sound like Stewie Griffin. No, it's not helping me regenerate my magic, and it's supposed to. Weakness to magic. Channel magicka for 10 seconds on self. This part of the mod is broken. Therefore, this part of the mod shall be assisted, since it should work and it doesn't. Yeah, that should be good. Nope, it disappeared. So apparently that wasn't what I was supposed to do. We're not going to do that again. Do this. I don't have the ID for it. Come on, give me the number for it. Is there a number for it? No, no, no. Okay, you're useless. I'm going to have to come out with the ID for Welkinstone. Time out. Okay. Later. Add item. Zero. 10. Really, dog? If I illuminate. Alright, if you come back to us, I have regenerated my HP. The regeneration function on my magic mod would normally weaken me substantially, but it would restore magicka to my character. For some reason or other, there is an error, and I don't feel like going through the process of fixing just this one problem. So long as the rest of the mod and other mods are working together correctly, I will not meddle with it, because I fear losing the entire save like I almost did once before. Okay, now, it is 4 in the morning, so we're going to have to wait a few hours. However, it is also... well, we'll deal with that in a minute. Okay, it is 8:30 a.m. We're going to go inside and meet with Virtous and find out what's going on. However, it is also possible that that I've used up enough time in this episode, and I don't wish to use any more. This has been Mr. Silverwolf SP. You enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe if you haven't. There will be more in the Oblivion series. Thank you, have a nice day,